Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we try to cut through the noise and get straight to the insights. Today, we're diving into something I think touches pretty much everyone's daily life. This, overwhelming modern pressure to control everything, our careers, our relationships, even our downtime. It feels like we're constantly trying to keep chaos out. But what if there was, like, an ancient path?
Yeah.
A really powerful counter-narrative that offered a way to find freedom from all that stress and anxiety.
That's exactly what we want to do with this deep dive for you. We're aiming to distill how this timeless wisdom of Stoicism is a philosophy from ancient Greece, how it can actually be woven into your daily life. This isn't about becoming a philosophy expert overnight or anything. It's really about getting practical, usable wisdom, quickly but properly, equipping you to face challenges with a calmer mind, build resilience, get mental clarity, and ultimately live a more fulfilling life.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. Stoicism. We hear the word, but what is it really at its core? Like, what were the fundamental ideas, and who were the key people who shaped this way of thinking all those centuries ago?
Well, a really central point in Stoicism is rationality. It's an ancient Greek philosophy, and fundamentally, it's focused on developing self-control, fortitude, basically helping us overcome destructive emotions. It's not about not feeling things, though. It's more about critically looking at your own thoughts and how you react to stuff. And the big names, you've got Seneca, Epictetus, even the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. These are the figures who really lived and wrote about this. This whole approach, it fosters incredible emotional resilience, helps you navigate life's, inevitable bumps. And it hinges on this really powerful, kind of liberating idea: accepting the things that are genuinely outside your control, especially external events. When you truly get that you can't dictate everything that happens to you, then you can shift your focus entirely to your response, your actions. And that shift, it can dramatically cut down anxiety and help you lead a more purposeful, present life.
And that idea, what we can't control, that's where so many of us run into trouble today, isn't it? Because we're trying so hard to reach our goals, we often fall into this trap of trying to force things. I mean, I think we've all been there, trying to sort of wrestle things into going our way. It's exhausting.
Absolutely. It's like trying to paddle upstream against a really strong current. You just wear yourself out. And what's interesting, maybe even a bit counterintuitive for how we operate now, is that this ancient idea of not forcing outcomes can actually be the most effective way to get what you want, or at least find some peace with it. Think about a relationship, for example. Pushing it too fast, trying to stick to some strict timeline that often just creates tension, maybe resentment.
Yeah, it backfires.
Exactly. It can drive people apart. Or in your career, always insisting on that immediate promotion, demanding recognition right now, that can lead to serious burnout, real dissatisfaction, especially if it just doesn't line up with what's actually possible. These examples really show how forcing things can completely blow up in your face, leaving you feeling, defeated. The Stoic alternative, embracing patience, allowing things to unfold more naturally. It's actually incredibly powerful. It leads to more authentic and usually more rewarding experiences in the long run. Trusting the process, it creates space for real growth. You might even spot opportunities you would missed if you were just laser focused on forcing that one specific thing.
Okay, so if forcing is the problem, causing all this friction, then acceptance sounds like the antidote. But how does Stoicism really define acceptance? And what kind of impact does it have? Because I think for a lot of people, acceptance can sound a bit like giving up, like resignation.
That's a really crucial distinction. You're right. It gets misunderstood a lot. Acceptance, in the Stoic sense, is active. It's a clear-eyed acknowledgement of reality just as it is. But crucially, it's without giving up on your goals or your efforts. It's not passive at all. It's seeing what is, so you can then decide your next move. Resignation, on the other hand, that's more defeatist, like throwing your hands up.
Okay.
When we genuinely accept situations for what they are, we actually free ourselves from that huge burden of fighting against what we can't change, the inevitable. This mindset encourages us to, embrace uncertainty and change, to see them as just part of life, not problems to be eliminated, letting go of that need for absolute control. It empowers you to respond thoughtfully, mindfully to whatever comes up, and that in turn fosters deep resilience and honestly a much richer appreciation for the journey itself.
Right. This all sounds incredibly transformative in theory. But, for someone listening now thinking, okay, how do I actually start doing this? What are some concrete steps? Maybe we can start with something many people are familiar with. Mindfulness. How does just being present connect with these Stoic ideas?
Mindfulness is a fantastic practical tool here. Things like meditation, deep breathing, even just consciously observing your surroundings without judgment.
Yeah.
They're hugely helpful. These practices build up your awareness of your own internal state, your thoughts, your feelings. They help you recognize in the moment when you're starting to slip into trying to control things you can't.
Ah, okay.
And as you get better at noticing that, you learn to release that need for control. That fosters acceptance, peace. It really boosts your emotional resilience, letting you navigate things with a clearer head, leading to a more, balanced life. Another really vital practical thing is setting realistic goals. Now, this isn't about thinking small. It's about aligning your goals with your values, your passions, in a way that actually keeps you motivated.
Makes sense.
So, for instance, instead of saying, I'm running a marathon next month, which, let's be real, for most people is just setting yourself up for failure or injury.
Right, detach.
Set a goal to run maybe 3 times a week, and then gradually increase the distance over time. That's achievable. Or, learning language, aiming for fluency in a year. Realistic. Expecting it in a month, not so much. The key here is flexibility, being open to adjusting things as you go. It creates a path for steady growth without all that unnecessary pressure and potential disappointment. And if we zoom out a bit, embracing change is just fundamental. It's essential for growth. Like Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." And Epictetus, who was born enslaved but became this incredible Stoic teacher, he reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So seeing change not as a threat, but as an opportunity, that opens up new possibilities. It lets you adapt, learn, and really thrive in a world that's always shifting. You turn challenges into, opportunities for self-discovery. And finally, resilience. Building that ability to bounce back from adversity, that's really at the heart of the whole Stoic approach. Stoicism gives us powerful strategies for this. Focus intensely on what you can control, accept what you can't, and reframe challenges as chances to grow stronger. Think about some historical figures. Nelson Mandela, right?
Yeah.
Years in prison, but he came out focused on reconciliation, not revenge.
Incredible example.
Or Marcus Aurelius again, leading Rome through plagues and wars, trying to maintain that calm leadership under immense pressure. These aren't just old stories. They show how applying these principles can seriously strengthen your own resilience, helping you face life's difficulties with more confidence, more grace.
Okay, so we've explored the philosophy, the core ideas, and how they kind of push back against our modern instincts. Now let's really get down to it. How do we weave this into our actual day-to-day lives? How do you take these big concepts and make them actionable, like starting today, to really boost your well-being?
You can start really simply, just by reflecting on daily challenges through that Stoic lens. Ask yourself, okay, in this situation, what parts can I actually control and what parts do I just need to accept? Journaling is incredibly helpful here. It really helps clarify your thoughts, your emotions, helps you cultivate that mindset over time. Maybe consider setting aside just a few minutes each morning, a brief meditation, focusing on your intentions for the day, specifically intending to be resilient, to be accepting. And, don't underestimate the power of talking about it, engaging with a community, maybe discussing Stoic ideas with friends.
Interesting.
Yeah, it can deepen your understanding, create a supportive space, help you see these ideas in action through others too. These daily practices, they don't just help you get through tough times, they genuinely enrich your whole perspective, your sense of purpose.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it feels clear this isn't just some dusty old philosophy, is it? We've really looked into the powerful insights of Stoicism, explored the pitfalls of always trying to force things, and hopefully embraced the liberating power of acceptance. And we broke down some practical steps, mindfulness, realistic goals, embracing change, all to build that solid resilience. The promise really is a mindset shift, a way to respond thoughtfully to whatever life throws at you, leading to a more fulfilling life without all that extra pressure we put on ourselves.
Exactly. And maybe a final thought to leave you with as you continue on your own path of self-improvement. Remember that this constant conscious choice focusing on what you can control, accepting what you cannot, it isn't just an abstract idea, it's a daily practice. It's what actually defines your freedom and your peace. So the question becomes, what will you choose to accept today to free up your energy for what truly matters?